Okay, yay. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I really think this is like social media has been kind of a hot topic this week. Like even Nicolette posted an upgraded alliance and I was already like planning on talking about it. So I know like it's just a struggle sometimes to know, what to post on your social media and like maybe we're posting too much of something and we sometimes get stuck in a rut with posting the same thing all the time. We don't want to do that. But I want to just kind of go over some things. I want to show you some different social media platforms that are profiles of some other people so we can kind of get inspiration and ideas and kind of see what other people do. I will tell you the number one tip that I can give you if you are frustrated with your social media, if you're frustrated with not knowing what to say, not knowing what to post, not feeling inspiration, feeling like you're boring. Just know, like what I usually do is I will scroll somebody else's social media. I will go to another coach. I will go to somebody else who inspires me. Maybe it's a blogger that I love following. But that right there gives me inspiration immediately. I scroll. I'm like, oh, she posted about this. That's pretty cool. I'm going to come up with something of my own and pull that out of my life and start talking about that. And then I can start talking about this. And, kind of gives you a good idea of how to change it up because I think as health and fitness coaches, we get stuck in the rut of let's post another sweaty selfie and let's post another workout video and let's invite to our challenge group again. Like, oh, I haven't invited for 2 days. I'm going to send another invite on my social media. And sometimes it's just like too much. And people just get a little bored with what you're saying because it's just the same thing all the time. So, part of our job is to be entertaining. And what I always think of when I go to post something is, am I entertaining? Am I inspiring? Am I educating? Am I inviting to something? Like, what's my motive? Maybe I have entertained too much. Maybe the last 4 or 5 days, I've just posted my dance videos all the time. Like, that's too much. That's too much. Am I educating enough? Like maybe I haven't posted something educational in like a couple weeks. I should probably post something educational that's going to inspire and, teach my audience something and stuff like that. So always ask yourself those questions when you're going to post. Make it sure that it either inspires, motivates, educates, entertains, because if it doesn't, then you probably shouldn't post it. So let's see. I think I want to go ahead and start with, I think just going over some different profiles. And I want to show you guys like good examples of how it looks to be very versatile in your social media. I know if you were in the Upgraded Alliance page, Nicolette posted, do's and don'ts of social media. And I thought that was a really great visual because it was like, you don't want to post sweaty selfies all the time. You don't want to post about your workouts all the time. You don't want to post the same kind of pictures, the same, dark pictures or the same, pictures of my kids or the same, like, you got to change it up. It has to be appeasing to the eye. That's what is going to increase your following. That's what's going to make people want to follow you. That's what's going to make you entertaining and interesting. Like, we have to constantly be interesting. And so we don't want to get stuck in that rut, but it's easy to do. It's easy to be like, oh, I haven't posted anything today, so I'm just going to post, a picture and then write like a sentence. And I think that's probably a waste of a post. Can I be honest? Like if you're just posting a picture and you're just posting, hey, I went to the grocery store today. Like that's not entertaining. That's not educating anybody. That's not inspiring anybody. That's not, doing anything for anybody. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. But if you have a picture of you at the grocery store or whatever, instead of saying I went to the grocery store today, you could say something like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for my new meal plan. I just went shopping for all these amazing ingredients because I have a shopping list and I'm excited to follow this simple meal plan. Or or I love to meal prep and it helps me stay on track. Like something inspiring, something like, or maybe it was a picture of your crazy kids in the cart and you're like, oh my gosh, this grocery store trip was a heck of a trip. My kids were all over the place. They blah, 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 blah. That's entertaining because you know what? Other moms, you're going to be relatable. And other moms are going to want to read that and be like, oh, she has a hot mess life too, just like me. And then they're going to comment like, oh my gosh, I totally understand. Or, you know, something that gets people to be like, ah, that's totally true. Or, oh my gosh, meal prepping. I should probably start thinking about that. Or I wonder what she does. I'm going to ask her about that. Like, do always post stuff that gets people wanting to ask questions, wanting to know more, wanting to relate to you. So I know it's easier said than done, right? I can talk about it all night. But actually putting it into action and sitting down and really trying to craft your post, if it takes you longer than, I would say, 15 minutes to craft a post, don't post it because it's probably going to sound forced. It's probably not going to sound natural. It's probably, if you're constantly editing it and redoing it, it's just not going to, it's probably not going to be the best post. So just scratch it, take a break, post something later. Don't stress about it. I just feel like posting should come naturally. Posting to me is kind of like my diary. And I've said this before, like it's almost like my journal. And so when you think about what you're going to post for the day, I really think about like what's going on in your life that day. Like what happened this morning? Did you do some personal development? Did a quote stick out? Maybe you take a picture, like a really fun picture of like your personal development book with coffee or your shake next to it, or, you know, something like that. And you kind of talk about what you learned in your personal development. Maybe it's you're going through something in your workout program and you want to share about how this specific workout you know, touched your heart that day and what you struggled with or what you conquered, or maybe it was like a victory, like, oh my gosh, you guys, 2 weeks ago, I was not even able to do a push-up for my toes, and today I just did 2 of them, and I'm so flippin' excited. This program rocks. Who wants to do it with me? Like, that's kind of entertaining. That's like a victory to share. People are going to be excited about that. So I just wanted to kind of cover that. And, you know, you guys, whatever you're struggling with right now, I want you to just like talk. I want this to kind of be an open discussion because I can tell you everything over and over again. But if it's not helpful to your current like situation, there's no point in doing that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you a couple profiles that really stood out to me. Mostly on Instagram because let's be honest, Instagram is just where it's at. But I do have a couple Facebook profiles to show too because I know some of us are mostly on Facebook. Okay, so let me just share really fast. I tried to get organized like 2 minutes before I hopped on here, but you know me. So I will try to get this up and running here. Okay, so I just got a friend request from a random coach. And I just thought she was the cutest thing ever. And I wanted to show you guys her profile. Not that. Where did she go? She friend requested me. And usually I don't really accept friend requests from other coaches just because, I mean, they already are a coach. They already have these programs. I don't really need to like be their friend. Like not to be mean, but I run a business and I want to have friends in my friends list that are going to possibly be customers or coaches. So this girl is so freaking cute. She's only like 20 years old. And immediately I looked at her profile and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so fun and she's so high energy and she's so happy and she's so positive. And I found myself scrolling through her posts for like 5 minutes. That is what you want people to think when they come across your profile. You know what I mean? It's like, think of like what captures your attention. Like if you went to some profile and you saw this, I would be like, oh my gosh, I want to be her friend. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, Oh, look at her transformation. She is amazing. She's been working hard. Oh my gosh. And so it made me want to scroll and get to know her life. This is how your profile should be. Not saying that you need to be this like super happy, outgoing, it should be pink. Like it doesn't have to be that, but it should show people who you are. And, you know, as coaches, we have that level of positivity about life. You know, we're feeling good. We're happy. People crave to be friends with positive, happy people because most likely their life isn't that positive and they're looking for that positivity in their life. They're looking for that, you know, freedom from being overweight, freedom from, you know, being stuck in the same place in their health and fitness. And so when I come across this profile, it just screams positivity. She probably hasn't even been coaching that long. She's going to be in LA this, you know, tomorrow with me. She's only 20 years old, but look, like she is just super happy. She posts, you know, transformations. You know, I feel like she posts a lot about inviting to her challenge groups, but she does it in a way that's like, I feel like it's not annoying. Like today, she just said, I'm hopping on my flight to LA at 3 p.m. Thank God I was able to change the time due to ice. So I'm calling all of you ladies one last time. My transformation boot camp is open, blah, 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 blah. Instead of saying, hey guys, I'm having a transformation challenge. You want to join? You get all of this stuff. Comment below. She like told a little bit of her story. Like that was catching. You know what I mean? If you start your post by saying something about your day or something that's impacted your life or something about you and your story and whatever, that's going to grab people's attention and they're more likely to read the entire post. If you started out saying like, I have a challenge group, blah, 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 and you do that all the time, they're just going to skip right through it. They're not even going to read it. They're probably never going to comment. And you're just going to lose those viewers. You're going to lose the people that you actually want to sign up. So she's just so cute. She just has this vibe about her that is fun. And, you know, she does post little random things, but she posts about her fit clubs. Down here, I thought this was cute. You know, it was really simple. Happy Monday, go crush your workout and be the badass that you are. And just a cute, cute picture. That is like a good, motivational, inspiring sentence. That's when you can use one sentence. If it's like a quote or if it's like, let's do this, guys, you know, I'm doing my workout. So, you know, I would just get, you know, some ideas off of some people that really inspire you. Like, here's another good post. She's talking about celery juice. She's educating people. She's telling people about what she's doing. And she's giving tips about what the benefits are of celery juice. You know, that's educational. So I just hope you kind of get the idea here. Another boot camp invite, but then there is like a cute, here's my sweatshirt, and this is what it says, and this is all about like, I mean, it's just cute. So I thought that was a good one. I'm going to go to another Facebook profile since it's already open. And I love this girl. She is a top coach. You probably have heard of her. She was on the Autumn Calabrese call on Monday. But Joan Crocker, she is awesome. I really feel like her vibe is really fun. She's really like down to earth and just says it how it is. But she always tells a story in her posts. And that's like the difference between just inviting about to whatever she's doing and actually, you know, connecting her story into it. And, you know, her pictures are fun. She does a lot of transformation photos. And this is her like page. So it's a little bit more fitness focused. It's a little bit more business focused. But she just has a vibe about her. It's not always a video all the time. It's not, you know, the same pictures all the time. It's talking about her nutrition. It's talking about, you know, her transformation. It's talking about her team. It's talking about her next boot camp. It's talking about another transformation. Then she shares a workout video. Like, it's just very like intertwined. So it's not all the same. And then I just wanted to show you guys a couple more profiles that I really love. Megan Ewaldson has always been one of my favorite top coaches. She's really, really fitness focused. And I love to follow the fitness focused people because I'm fitness focused. Like, that's just my life. And I feel like a lot of us on this team are very fitness based and fitness focused. You'll find some other coaches are more nutrition focused. They're more lifestyle focused. I'm all about the fitness. So you can be like that, and it's okay. Just make sure you're not posting the same fitness stuff all the time. But Megan Ewaldson, she is super fun. She's a cute mom of, I think she has like 4 kids or something like that. She's super in shape, but she shares her like profile is very fun. It's very like, here's my kids, but then here's my workout, and I look amazing, and you know, I love fashion, and she's also a really amazing ballroom dancer. So she shares some ballroom stuff. You know, she's fun. It's just all different. It's not the same pose. It's not the same like look. It's not always a video. It's just all different stuff, nutrition, you know. So I hope this helps you guys. Transformation. It's just so important to make everything look so unique and different, and figuring out different angles and poses and talking about different aspects of your life. There's way more to our story than just Beachbody, right? We have to hone in to the other parts of our life that we might be scared to talk about, right? Okay, so, and then I want to go to just one more. I'm going to go to, I wrote some stuff down. I think Ali Tessitore is a really good example too. And immediately you look at her like Instagram feed, and I love her highlights. Like, they're just super, they're super cute, and they're very laid out, very organized. And you know, make sure that you have your bio that's like, that tells so much about you in like 2 lines. You know, you really figure out who you are. People should look at your profile and be like, oh, I want to follow her, you know? So always constantly be thinking that. She obviously uses a preset on her Instagram. It's all the same tone. It's all different. It's just unique. She's talking about her family. She's talking about nutrition. She's talking about coaching. Then she talks about, you know, her transformation, and then her, you know, her Zoom workouts that she does all the time, and it's her family, and it's just like, it's all intertwined. It's not the same pictures. It's not always videos. It's just intertwined. And that's the whole point of this. And I hope this helps you guys. I just want to make sure that you're aware of what you're posting, and just don't post to post. That's the problem I think we get into, is we just post to post. And if we just post to post, we're just going to go straight to that thing that's easy for us to post about, which is usually our workout, or how hard it was, or, you know, we just finished week 4, or, you know, whatever it is. That's great, but it just can't be like it all the time. People are not going to want to follow you or read your posts anymore. So, I hope this helps you guys. Another thing that I want to cover a little bit is, you know, I kind of mentioned this before, but I know Instagram and Facebook are going a lot more towards being more like a blog type platform. So, you know, if you think about like what you read in blogs and stuff like that too, like having that sort of focus, that'll help you craft your posts as well. But my biggest thing I probably could tell you guys is, if you're feeling stuck in a rut, go get some inspiration from people you love to follow. Like, that's just, it comes down to that. You have to know who you are also. Do not copy top coaches. Do not copy what they post. Do not copy them, because if you're thinking like, oh, she posted this, so I might as well post this too. If it has nothing to do with your life, then don't post about it. Don't act like somebody you aren't. And I hope that you all have done the color wheel. Have you guys all done your color wheel? maybe, yes, okay. That's a really great tool to use when it comes to posting. And if you don't know what the color wheel is, it's a colorful wheel, and you put just words that describe you. Not just fitness, not just Beachbody, not just, whatever, but what really makes you you, and what shapes who you are today, and what are your hobbies, what are your interests, what's your lifestyle like. It's really just about honing into all aspects of who you are, and you'll find that once you start sharing more of that, then people are going to start liking more of your posts and commenting more and stuff like that. And kind of a good example too was this week, since I'm going on a trip, I posted, I need advice. That's like the best post you can get for engagement. Like, if you need some advice, post it on your social media. People love to give their opinion. They love it. They thrive off of it. They love that. So, it really boosted my Facebook when I posted hey guys, what outfit should I wear? Because I immediately, in an hour, I got 98 comments, I think yesterday. And that's saying something huge. That boosted my post, so that since they commented on that post, now more of my other posts are going to show up in their feed. So when they're just scrolling, they're going to see now more of what I'm posting because they chose to comment on that post. Does that make sense? So find something that gets a lot of engagement. It's really good to do engagement posts every once in a while, something that people will want to comment on. A good one always is, oh my gosh, you guys, I just finished the show on Netflix. What is a good show to watch next? People love to tell you what they're watching on Netflix. It's just one of those things that you just, you have to think about, what would I want to comment on? Maybe it has something to do with, what would you buy this or this outfit or this outfit? What show would you watch? What's your opinion? Do you shop more at Target or TJ Maxx? I don't know, ask anything, but figure those things out too. Don't be all about fitness. Don't be all about health. Yes, it's going to be intertwined in every single aspect of your life because it's just our lifestyle, but don't scream it, and don't constantly say comment below or constantly invite, because people just aren't going to be interested because they're going to be so annoyed with all of the invites. And I'm just being real because I get stuck in that too. So I'm preaching to myself, and I constantly have to think about this as well. So anyways, and then like I said before, when you're scrolling your Instagram or scrolling your Facebook, make sure that it's not all video, or picture, or live. Make sure it's all different, right? There should be a video, and there should be a picture, maybe a quote, and then a video, and then a live, and then maybe a picture, and then, so make sure that it's really entertaining to scroll through as well as having good content, because that has a lot to do with it too. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I think the biggest question, the biggest struggle we have is just how do you know what to post? And like I said, what I usually do is I sit down, or something will happen that day that I'm oh, I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to teach it, but it's it just comes a little bit more natural, I think, the more you do it. But it's the littlest things where, for example, I took my daughter to get her nails done today, and I got to intertwine a coaching breadcrumb into that, because all I said was it's amazing when I first started my coaching journey that I just wanted to earn enough income to be able to get my nails done twice a month. And it's turned into so much more. Had so much fun with my girl today getting her nails done. I didn't invite to coaching. I didn't invite to a challenge group. I just shared, this is so amazing, and it's really been a blessing. Check out her nails. Isn't she cute? Not salesy, just stating a fact, and gets people to think oh, yeah, I guess I would like to do like a pedicure twice a month or whatever. I mean, that's a pretty good goal. And she's turned it into something bigger. Like, I wonder how she did that. It just gets people thinking. So think about those types of things too. And I highly, like, I can't even say it enough. Go follow some people. Go follow some people for inspiration. Kate Schultz is a really good one to follow. Jen Richardson, Megan Ewalton. Obviously, Nicola Anderson, she's really good. Bonnie Engel, like there's just so many. And if you don't know quite who to follow or who to look for, just ask. I can give you some examples. But I hope that helps you guys. And another thing I wanted to touch on, like I always say, is be in your stories. There is nothing better for people to see than your actual life and your actual personality and you talking to yourself on Instagram. Like, people love that. It's entertaining. Your life is a reality show, and they love to watch you. And I think I've mentioned this before, but constantly post in there. Post transformations in there. Post your workouts. Post, that you're having a bad day. Post that you're having a great day. Post that you need to work on this. Post that you, like, I don't know, like Juliet did. She farted on Instagram. Like, she's just so real. Like, and she probably will hate me because I just said that out loud. But it's like, it's real life. Like, show people who you are. Show people what you're doing and how health and fitness intertwines in every single area of your lifestyle. You can even do product reviews. Like today, I showed a picture of my makeup brush cleaner that I love. So that was like a little tip, share tips. So I just want to encourage you on that, you guys. I feel like I kind of say the same things over and over, but I think it's sometimes just good to hear. Like, okay, yes, I need to refocus on that. Yes, I need to, be a little bit more dedicated to planning out my posts maybe or something like that. And, like if you saw on Uprooted Alliance, there is a social media audit sheet that Nicolette posted, and I think it's really, really great. And I was thinking, I'm not sure how you guys feel right now, but I was thinking we could like team up and audit each other, audit each other's social media. But I know, like, Emily, you're busy with your kids. Like, how would you guys feel about that? Would you want to take like 5 to 10 minutes and I can just team you guys up, or I can help you or whatever, and we can just like look at each other's Instagram and provide like just some constructive criticism. I think, and don't think like if we provide criticism or constructive criticism, don't think that like you're failing or that we're just being mean about whatever is going on. It might be amazing too. So I think if we just kind of collaborate, we're all here to learn from each other. I'm here to learn from, I need to be audited. Like I'm learning every single day. And I think if we just come together as a team and kind of just go over that with each other, I think it might be beneficial for us to just hear some different ideas and feedback. So if you guys are cool with that, Danielle, I think I see you on here, but I'm not sure if you're able to like participate in anything. So if you want to just like write in the chat box or something like that, or show your face and just let me know, because I don't want to like pair you up if you're like busy doing family stuff. So I can also, what I will do is I'm going to pull up, I'll screen share that audit list. And Danielle, can you hear me? I just unmuted you. I know she can hear me. Okay. I'm going to go back and share my screen. I pulled this up. So I think you guys, if we just take, it doesn't have to be long, but 5 to 10 minutes. How about, let me just get this list pulled up. Okay. I would expand it, but I want to see your faces. And when I expand it, your faces go away. So I'm just going to leave it up just like that. Okay. So this is a good list, you guys. Jasmine and Larissa, I'm going to pair you guys up. So Larissa, you go to Jasmine's profile, Facebook and or Instagram. You can choose one or you can do both. And I would just gonna, look over it, give some constructive feedback, look at the social media list. Like if there's something missing, let's tell each other, let's get better and stuff like that. And then Emily and Danielle, can you guys pair up? So Danielle, you would go look on Emily's. Emily, go look on Danielle's. Danielle just has Facebook right now, so just go to her Facebook. Who is not really on Instagram right now? Like, I know Danielle. Okay, Emily. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad I paired you guys up because you guys are mostly on Facebook. So Emily, Danielle, Jasmine, and Larissa, just go to each other's profiles, look over this list, click on their Instagram and Facebook stories, like what is going on in there, and let's just provide some feedback to each other. And I will also take a look at some of your content and I can provide some feedback too. So I'm going to just start a timer. I'm going to give us 8 minutes, okay? Right in between because I can't. Okay, 8 minutes. We're going to help each other out tonight. And feel free to unmute yourself and say whatever you want right now too. Or ask some questions.
Jenna, who else did you have me looking at? Larissa and who else?
Just Larissa.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I give my feedback real quick? Because there's not
Absolutely.
very much.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, I think that just like your profile picture on Facebook doesn't really say like, I don't know. I feel like you should, you know, like you take really, really cute selfies all the time, like in your workout clothes. And I think that like those would benefit you more than just the one that's on there. And then you also have like so many like former places that you work, and I feel like it's a lot of things for people to look at on Facebook. But other than that, I think that Instagram looks really, really good. And then Facebook, that's basically all I have.
Yeah, I guess I don't even know. I'll have to look at what that even is. I don't know why that's all on there. Like, I take them off. I don't know why they're. It doesn't make.
I know, and they show back up. I don't know what it is either. But yeah, it was like former this, former that, former that. I'm like, oh, that's a lot.
I don't like. Yeah, That's weird. Okay, well, maybe if I can go there and like delete
But that's
it.
all I have.
Facebook is so weird. I don't even want half these things on there. I don't want people knowing what I did with my life. These things suck.
But on Instagram, I like your like family photos. I think that does like that helps you so much. Like posting pictures with like your boys crawling all over you, and you're like, still crushed it. I love that.
Thank you. Let's see. How do I? Is there a
That's
way
all
to
I had.
delete it? I know you can edit, but can you delete it?
I think you can delete it.
Let's see.
Yeah, Larissa, I was just going to say your Instagram does look really good. It's not all like the same thing. What I might recommend,
LOL, like mine.
what I might say on your Instagram, Larissa, since we're talking about your, for your highlights, I might recommend putting like a cover over your highlights just so it looks a little bit cleaner.
How do you do that? I haven't looked into that yet.
Okay, so it's really, really simple. What you can do is you can actually create a highlight cover on in Canva.
Okay.
You even do it on your phone in Canva. I actually did mine actually on my phone. That was the one thing that I did from Canva on my phone. And you know, you can pick like fun icons or just like a fun color, something that just speaks you. Like, I know you love the color turquoise, right? Like, I feel like that's your color for some reason, or yellow. Maybe yellow is your color. But whatever color is like your vibe, maybe just put a color over your photos. And all you have to do is, when you have that that highlight cover that you want to use, then just post. You have to post it in your story on Instagram. So you just add it to your story. It doesn't matter. People will scroll through it and they'll be like, oh, that was weird. And then we'll just scroll past, okay? It's like, you just need it in there. And then all you do is you can, I don't know if you can see my phone because it's so bright, but when you click on your highlight, I can't really show you right now, but I can show you on my profile. Click on your highlight, and then you can click add, let's see, and then you click on more at the bottom, you click on edit highlight, and then you can click on edit cover at the top. And then you can just click on whatever photo you want to show up on your cover.
Okay.
So I might recommend doing that only because I think it'll just make it look, it'll just say a little bit more about you. Like your vibe. If it's a color, if it's an icon, if it's whatever you really want to do. I hope that helps.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just didn't know how to, because I've seen people that have really, like Ali Tessitore. Hers looked really nice. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you.
You probably just created them on Canva. So.
Perfect.
So yeah, so I think that's good.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
How do I delete these?
Did anybody else have a chance to kind of look over anybody else's profile? Want to kind of give some feedback? I thought that was really good feedback, Jasmine. I think another thing too on Facebook, just as a general thing, make sure your cover photo is welcoming. Like, it has to, I'm just saying, like that example of that first coach that I showed you, I kept scrolling because I saw her cover photo, because it looked fun and it was bright and it shared a little bit what she does and it was very positive and stuff like that. So think about that. If you need help creating a cover photo, I am more than happy to help. I'm no expert by any means, but if you're struggling with like something simple like that, like I can definitely help you and help maybe give you some ideas and stuff like that. So don't hesitate. But making your profile look just like people want to just be your best friend is what it's all about. So
that's on my list for tomorrow.
Perfect. And I wouldn't spend too much time on it, but you know.
Yeah. I know I started making one, but I don't know if I never posted it or something. I'll have to go back. That's in Canva too, I'm sure. So
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Really simple. Yes. Okay, we lost Emily. That's okay. I'm gonna go to your profile, Jasmine.
You have a lot of like, what is it that I saw?
Mine's bad. Like I was just looking at it today and I was like,
attachment.
This is so dull.
You just have a lot of like attachment unavailable, and then like you're tagged in a lot of things of like random pictures. Like that you can't help because people are tagging you in them, but like that's just like one of the first things you see like when you scroll. But,
I'm tagged in things?
On your
yeah, like people like shared a post and then they tagged you in it. So they're just like the random.
Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Instagram. I was like, how do they do that?
Oh,
okay.
You could do that too, but it won't show up, I'm sure. But
you can actually put a setting on Facebook to where you have to approve all tags. That way they don't just like show up when you just don't want that on your profile. So that's what I do, because I do think that it kind of, it doesn't mess up like your profile, but I do think that like sometimes people tag me in things that I'm like, oh, I don't want that on my profile. Like, you know, so I think having that setting on there helps, because then you can either like put it on your profile or you can just like thanks for tagging me, but no thanks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure to get. I don't want those on there anyways. I'm like, leave me alone.
yeah, because people don't care. Like when they go to your page, they're not going to care who tagged you in what. Like they just want to. They want to know you. They want to get to know your life and what you are all about. So I do think that interrupts the flow of things. Jasmine, I love your highlight covers, the pink glitter. I think that looks really good.
So me, right?
It is. What I might recommend, just as a visual point of view on your, I'm talking about Instagram now because I'm just on Instagram, with your bio at the top, the best way, because right now it's like, you still can't see my phone. It's just like line and line instead of like a list. You know does that make sense?
But when I try doing like a list and it'll like set it back by itself.
So
I don't know why it, but.
So what I would do, this is what I do, and this is a little tip that I've learned. So if you go to your iPhone notepad or whatever, the notes section, and you type out what you want in your biography, your bio on your Instagram, and you copy and paste that into your Instagram edit on your bio, it will lay it out like you want it.
Ah, nice. Okay.
That's what I heard too.
So maybe just try that. It's really not a big deal, but I just do think that it helps the aesthetic of your Instagram profile. Instead of being like a list, like horizontal, I think people like to see it more like straight down. Anyways.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Yes.
Look at how cute you are. Okay. I love your dance videos. Like I can't even get enough of them. But just be careful about posting too many at once and spreading out your transformation pictures a little bit more, just so it looks, actually it's not bad. It's just, like these are like almost the same and they're right next to each other. Not that it really matters, but like, it's just a visual thing. But I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, so, and totally not making excuses, but like you guys have seen the lighting in my house. It's awful. And that's like, I hate how dull like my Instagram looks. So as soon as I get this house, I'm gonna be like selfieing it up and making my Instagram look a lot more bright. I did fix my bio. I figured out what it was. It's like when you're typing, you have to you have to go to a different setting to push return so it goes down. I figured it out. So I fixed that.
And then, oh gosh, something else I was gonna say. Oh, to brighten up your photos, do you use a filter to brighten it?
Like the normal camera, like iPhone camera filters.
Okay, so I would highly recommend. So your little Diva light is very helpful, but I would also recommend downloading the app Pick Tap Go.
I think I have that.
I think you have it, but it's a really great app to lighten and brighten and crisp up your photos, even in dark lighting.
Okay, I don't have it, but I will download it.
Highly recommend. Download it, and if you have trouble like figuring it out, it has so many different filter options. My go-to was always to lighten the photo and then put crispity. It's called crispity. It crisps it up and brightens it. So you can play around with it, but I do think that will help the visual aspect of your photos. So, okay. I'm going to Danielle's. I hope this is helpful, you guys. I just think sometimes we get stuck in a rut, and sometimes we don't we want to know what outsiders see your profile as, like I need you guys to audit me too. So, okay, first of all, Danielle, you have the cutest family in the world. Oh my gosh. See, this is so cute. Love the cover photo. It's very bright, crisp, welcoming. Like I click on this and I'm like, I need to get to know her. She's cute. She's got 3 kids. And your transformation's freaking amazing, by the way. Another thing that I didn't, another thing that helps Facebook also, like the visual aspect of Facebook as much as possible, is choosing what photos that will pop up in here. I'm not sure if you chose those, Danielle. They're really good. But if you guys didn't know, there's an option to actually choose the top photos that people first see. So like if you go to like my Facebook, I made sure I chose something of my family, working out, coaching, and like that just kind of like describes each area of my life so they can kind of see what I'm all about visually right at first. So that's just another thing. Some people just don't know that you can do that. Okay, I'm scrolling. Okay, yes, free challenge. Super excited about the free challenge, by the way. Love what you just made. I just want to eat all of that. Such a cute picture, too. Like, that is like a perfect Instagram, Facebook photo. It just is. It's very eye-catching. Love it. I love all your positivity and inspiration, Danielle. Like, love it, love it, love it. I would absolutely love to see, I think we talked about this a little bit. I would love to see you sharing your story a little bit more. I know that's really scary, but you are like the bomb.com of educating, motivating, inspiring, and like all of that. But there's something that's like, I want to get to know you more. Like I want to know who Danielle is. Like, where did you come from? What do you struggle with? What makes you tick? Like what brings so much joy into your life? Like I feel like people just are craving to get to know who Danielle is. And like your photos are always on point.
Okay, so I feel like I share that part of me in my stories. How could I share that more in my posts then?
I feel like in your posts, okay. Let me just give you an example. Like this is amazing because you talk about like fear. Like this is really good because you just shared a little bit about yourself. Like watching my kids grow is reminding me of some new, like you just put yourself into that. That's perfect.
Okay, stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. I love this. I'm just trying to think of like an idea of if. Okay, and that was really good. I just feel like
so that's something I really struggle with, and why I've always found it hard to connect with women. That I just hold back who I am, and so that's probably one of the things I really do need to work on. Just sharing my struggles, sharing of who I am, because I'm usually I like to have a bubble, and I like to stay in my bubble, and right. I don't like people to poke at my bubble, so I like to stay safe.
I understand completely. Like I feel like opening up more for me was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was also the best and most freeing thing that I've ever done. So when I talk about that, I would every once in a while think about your life, think about an incident or a situation that you were in at some point of your life that has either shaped you to where you are or has caused struggle or has brought you victory. It's like for example, for me, because I can't tell your story, for me, I would say something like, when I was 16 years old, I remember specifically going into my kitchen and binge eating a whole box of cookies, feeling so guilty about myself, going to the store trying to cover it up and going buy new ones. Like, that's super vulnerable because it's really embarrassing and I'm very ashamed of it. But I think people can relate to that. And so when you go to that specific point in your life where you're like, I remember I was 16 years old and I was a mess. I did this and I was so ashamed. And I want to share that with you guys because I want to inspire you that you don't have to keep living like that. And like just that little like piece of story about your life will get people like, oh my God, she just shared that. Or, oh my gosh, I do the same thing right now. Maybe she can help me. Or something like that. I think it doesn't have to be like sad or depressing. And maybe it's something super happy. But whatever it is that you've struggled with or you have overcome because of where you are today, that's what I think people are craving the most when people are, you know, getting to know people on social media. I really do. Like, what catches me the most is if somebody is so vulnerable and shares such a hard story and then shares, this is why I've overcome it. And this is where I am today. And I am not that person anymore. And it's so empowering and so inspiring. And I just think that helps people really get to know you to your core instead of knowing you like, oh, she's the happy, positive Danielle that loves nutrition and fitness. You know, it's more like she does that, but she is also so freaking vulnerable all the time. And I can so relate to her story. And, you know, I just know that a lot of people wouldn't have signed up as my clients if I didn't share a lot of my emotional eating, binge eating, skin issues, PCOS, like all this different stuff that I was so freaking scared to share about. And I finally did it, and it's just helped a lot. So I would just start thinking about it. Just start kind of like going back to situations, finding that little, like it doesn't have to be long, or it doesn't have to be like, if it's too personal, like obviously don't share all your crap on social media either. You know what I mean?
No.
Like we all have crap, right? I have a lot of crap right now. There's no way I can share it on social media right now. But I think what you can do is, if you're going through crap, you can share that you're going through something and how you're surviving. You know, like that's what you can share. So just kind of finding ways around things that you think like somebody else has to be going through this. I have to share about this. I have to do this. It's like the other day I shared about how incredibly hard it is for me to share my feelings. Like, I shut down. I don't know how I feel. I feel like ashamed about it because I feel like immature that I can't like have an opinion, or I put myself down. I felt like I needed to share about that, even though I didn't want to. But, you know, the response of so many women that commented on that post was like, I'm not alone. And so many people struggle with that. And I would not have known that if I didn't put myself out there. So I hope that kind of makes sense. There's a balance between sharing too much and just sharing enough to where people kind of get to know your soul and your heart behind what you're doing in health and fitness.
So with those vulnerable posts, would you say that they would always have to return to fitness or nutrition, or can they just be, this is who I am and this is how I overcame it, even though it doesn't have to do with my program or nutrition?
I think sometimes it's okay that it doesn't relate to health and fitness. I think sometimes it's okay to just leave it at, this is who I am. Period. Okay. But then I think there's also sometimes where maybe health and fitness is what brought you out of that situation, and you're going to share about that, you know, like, listen, I've learned how to take control of my cravings and my binge eating because I actually know how to feel my body right. And I drink an amazing health shake every single day that provides me the nutrients so I don't crave anything. And I've overcome a lot of emotional eating disorders. So boom, like you just shared about your health shake, but you never said anything about Shakeology. You didn't send an invite. You just created curiosity, and shared what's working for you. It's all about, our job is not to sell anything. Our job is just to simply live the lifestyle that people we know are craving. You know, people are craving to be in control. People are craving results. People are craving, you know, not being involved in a freaking trendy diet that doesn't work. And so when we are just simply sharing things that work and not always inviting to join something, it's huge, because those people are going to be watching you a little bit more, and they're eventually going to reach out to you or leave a comment sometime or whatever. So I hope that helps. Okay, good. Good. I think that's good. There's so many like in-depth things we can go into when it comes to auditing. Like, it really could be nitpicky on stories and stuff like that. But I just think it's like, it all comes down to us being ourselves, like our true selves, and not trying to be like anybody else and not comparing us to somebody else. It's just, you are who you are, and people are going to join your team and become your clients because of something they relate to. Not because, not always because you can connect them with Beachbody On Demand. You know, like, it's more people are going to sign up because they will relate to who you are and what you've gone through than you just doing Beachbody programs. So I just love that about coaching. I really do, because it's not about a product. It really isn't, for me in any way. It's not about Shakeology. It's not about, you know, following a fitness program at home. It's just about the lifestyle that comes with it. It's about the community that comes with it. It's about how I've gained so much freaking confidence, you know, just simply being involved with a community and feeling better about myself by actually getting a hold of my life. So anyways, do you guys have any questions or anything else that you'd like to go over, or anything you're struggling with? How's inviting going? I'll ask that question. Like, our invites and follow-ups and talking to people, like, is it going well? Are you struggling?
I gotta hop off. I'm sorry, you guys.
That's okay. Danielle, I'm so glad that you were on. It was so good to see your face tonight.
Yeah, yours too. I'm glad I was able to make it for part of it. So
Yes. Okay.
have a good evening, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you guys doing okay with everything?
I sense that, like, I'm starting a lot of like new conversations. I guess, you know, it's up to them to respond.
Right.
But I definitely have not been sending out as many invites because, like, I don't want them to be cold. You know, I want them to be like a little bit of established connection and things like that. So that's where I'm definitely falling behind. Like, I definitely don't have, you know, like the 25, 30 every single day. Which is frustrating, because now it's like, oh, I do have more time. I should be able to do it, but I have been struggling with that.
Yeah.
It's just been a lot this past week even, but
Right.
I'm wanting to make a change and make it better, but I'm definitely struggling in that.
Yeah.
In the invites for sure.
I get that. Sometimes it's hard to, you almost feel like you run out of people sometimes to invite.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I have been doing. You know, my tracking system, you know, like, most of them are invites. A lot of them are just conversations. A lot of them are follow-ups. It's just all over the place. Like, I can't keep track of just invites or follow-ups because it really stresses me out, and that's just who I am. But what I have been doing, since I'm sending a lot more messages every day, I go into my friends list and I pick a letter of the alphabet and I say, okay, today I'm going to go talk to all my friends that letters start with J. Like, I'll go to the J's. I'm just going to work my way through the J's. And I've actually learned that I've missed a lot of people that I've already talked to about our challenge group. And there's some follow-ups that I totally missed from like a freaking year ago. Like, it's crazy. And so I think that just helps give you a starting point. So if you haven't done that yet, that's kind of maybe a good idea. Like,
I've done that. Are those like new conversations then, or do you just go straight to invites?
some of them are new conversations. Some of them are follow-ups. Some of them are already had a conversation and then I invite them. So
Okay.
that's been my system for the past couple days. I don't know if you've already done that, but I just thought I'd share that.
I've done that in the past. I definitely need to do that again. But 'cause it's like, it's always like, like the same people watching your stories and things like that. So it's like, you can only invite them so many times at one time. So
yeah. And you can only thank them so many times for hanging out with you today in my story. So thanks, girl. And they're like, oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of where I've been at, but definitely just like, I add people, but it's like they have to follow me back too. And
Right.
So.
No, I totally get it. Jasmine, what are your invites looking like? You're sending like a good amount every single day.
So I kind of like started a new system that's working really well for me, but it like kind of goes week by week. So okay, I'll explain it like this. So we have these trackers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make sure that I have one for Facebook and one for Instagram, and I have to fill it all within the week. And then next week, like I'll give them, I highlight it after I have like commented and liked photos of theirs. And then I'll give them like until Monday, because Mondays are like my big work days. So then Monday, I'll invite every single person on that list. And then these are actually like the people that I've had like legit conversations with, like that are actually super interested in it. I'm not gonna like, I was writing down people who are interested, and I feel like that's just a waste of paper, because most of the time they're like, oh yeah, give me the details. And then they're like, okay, bye. So those are just like the people that are super, super interested. And 90% of the people that are on that list, I have FaceTimed, but I make sure like what we talked about kind of, I'll be like, hey, I have about 10 minutes to chat because I have to run to work, or I have a meeting to go to, or I have this to do, blah, blah, blah. But I would love to talk to you about some details really quick. And then like whenever like I first start the call, I'm like, okay, how do we know each other? Which is super, like everyone has loved me asking that question, because people are like, oh, well, I used to ride the bus with your sisters, or, oh, I used to be friends with someone that you were friends with. And then we like start conversations about that. And then we like get into goals and struggles. And then I kind of explain to them like everything. And they just absolutely, they seem to just love it. And I think that that has helped me a lot. And then I've followed up with like every single person, because I was being really bad about that. So I spent one day and I followed up with every single person, because I was like, okay, I just need to do this. So
that's awesome.
I'm expecting to be by like at least 50 people.
Yeah. Well, I
Just
mean,
kidding.
the amount of invites that you're sending, I mean, you should be hitting Success Club, no problem. So, just keep doing what you're doing what you're doing, because.
But I feel like it's super, because I'm working still right now. So I feel like it's a lot in one day to like send invites and follow up all in one day. So that's why I do a lot of invites. Like I'll do like 29 invites today, and I'll do like 15 follow-ups tomorrow. And then I'll do like 18 invites this day. Like I do it every other day, just so that I'm not like, because it gets a little crazy.
Yes, I understand. I totally understand. No, I think that's a good system. Like I always say, we just have to find what works for us. It's trial and error. Sometimes things don't work and we learn from it, and then we find something that does work. So, no, I think that's great. I really do. Yeah. Larissa, where are you friend requesting people from the most? Like off Facebook? Are you
on Facebook? I've been doing a lot of like the moms group from like Rochester. And then today I just kind of did ones that were like from groups that are pending that probably just aren't around anymore, but I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just meet these people. So I was doing that today. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a lot of like the Crunchy Moms groups and Rochester area moms, that sort of thing. I don't know if there's like a toddler moms one or not, but so it's mainly just like groups instead of like going to like random people's friends and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing with that.
Okay. I was just curious. I was curious.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Oh, I did add a few people from like one of the PCOS groups that I added. So.
Oh yeah, good. Good.
So we'll see. We'll see if anyone hops on with that. But
yeah. I think that's great. And I think one thing, like I talked about earlier, is having an engagement post is a really great way to connect with new people too, because when those people who you haven't talked to yet, they sometimes feel like they can comment on an engagement post more than anything else. So
that's the one me over.
What do you say?
That's how you won me over.
Really? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like in the Spokane Moms group or something, because I'm a doula, so I was in the Spokane Moms group. It was like, hi guys, I'm new to the neighborhood, and then something about working out. If you guys are ever interested in working out with me, let me know. And I was like, I would love to, but I'm like 40 minutes away. And then she messaged me, and that's where it led to.
Oh, that's funny.
Then we became friends.
That's so funny.
Yes, so it does work. It does work.
It does work. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of being creative about how can I connect with more people? Like, it's what it's all about. And it's not always going to be a workout post. It's not always going to be something like that. You know, it's like Jasmine, like with your house and stuff, I feel like you could do so many different like engagement posts. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm working on my new house. Do you think I should do this color? Or do you just think I should do this color? Like, you can do so many different things with that. And yeah, you know, and like, I don't know, just be creative. I mean, I can't tell you what to do or how to do it. You gotta just kind of go put yourself out there and figure out what works for you. So yeah, and share transformations. I want to see our team do more transformations for sure.
I did one the other day.
I know yours was amazing. Like that made my day. I was like, yes, a transformation photo. Like I feel like I haven't seen you guys post. I'm not saying you guys. I'm referring to our whole team. Honestly, because you guys are good at your transformation photos. But yeah, anyway.
One with how bloated I am today.
Bro, me too. I felt like that all day.
Oh my goodness.
So bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Come here.
Oh. I just want like some Thai food or Chinese food.
Ice cream.
Oh.
I don't know.
Just ate my asparagus.
Good for you.
Made that this morning.
I don't like asparagus that much.
I love it.
Just have to, I don't know, I put like red pepper flakes on it today. Just kind of make it a little spicier.
Spicy. I just put Himalayan salt and it's delicious.
Yeah, we did that too. I don't know, because like that and like Brussels sprouts, you have to make them like a certain way. Otherwise, like, yeah, Adam's like, I will not kiss you if you eat those.
Yeah. It has to be a certain.
Oh, it's too funny.
Well, you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Since we're here and hanging out.
I felt like I did, but I don't. My brain is just always off. I don't know. It's in such a fog lately. Like, did you ever feel like that, Jenna? Like, initially with PCOS or anything? Like, I guess like that is a thing.
Yeah.
For it to just be like, I'm guessing it's like all like the anxiety and depression and stuff coming back, but it's like just such in a fog, and